76ers. This one's weird. So they announced Wednesday that the #1 pick, Markelle Fultz, will sit out the next 3 games. He's got that right shoulder soreness. He'll be reevaluated next week. The latest on him is what exactly?
You know, I talked to Brian Colangelo, the Sixers GM, this afternoon, and as much as it's about the shoulder and getting it right and him physically getting back to 100%, there's a greater cloud that hangs over a first-round pick in Philly because of the history with Joel Embiid, Nerlens Noel, Ben Simmons, first-round picks who missed entire seasons with injuries. And there's a hypersensitivity in Philly when there's anything wrong physically with one of those first-round picks. And they want to be able to clear that haze away from Fultz here. And the scrutiny on him, his shot, how he's changed it, how he's played, emotionally, mentally, this is a lot for a 19-year-old to handle. And Brian Colangelo is as focused on that as he is physically getting that shoulder right. So they're allowing him now to step away and not just get better physically, but to clear his mind.
Woj, thank you. And again, welcome. Looking forward to hearing from you all season. And for you, Tracy, I want to continue with Fultz because you had a shoulder injury during your career. So your reaction when you hear all of this is what?
Well, it's concerning because I look at this young fella who's the #1 pick, a tremendous amount of pressure on him. And it's 3 games into the season, he's changing his shot. Like, you went through college and played a certain way. Now you get to the league. So I'm wondering, is it in your mind? Why are you changing your shot, or your shoulder is really bothering you? Now, if it is, I played with a torn labrum. I did it in the beginning of the season. I played the whole season. It's painful as hell to play with that. So if that's the case, he needs to be evaluated and, sit down because that's a serious injury. You don't want that lingering for his young career.
I thought he was a pretty good shooter in college. I watched him a lot last year, and he shot it well. I mean, I know the three-point line is a little different in the NBA, but I've never seen a guy, #1 pick, to come in and really just change his shot. I mean, somebody needs to be looking for a job.
Right.
If you got a shooting coach or a guy you train with, work out with, I wonder whose idea was it for this guy to change his shot?
You need to holler at Mr. Big Shot.
I mean,
that's crazy.
Like you said, Chance, the #1 pick. So everything you did up until the draft worked for you.
Correct.
Like you're the #1 pick for a reason, the way you play, and now you come in and you change up the things that you did well, to where it's affecting you out here. It's affecting his confidence. Maybe his shoulder is hurt. Maybe he changed his shot to compensate for the shoulder.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
Maybe
is there
it
anything,
be that.
because he's a young kid, is there anything to the fact that maybe he's scared to admit how hurt he is because he doesn't want?
Well, we talked about this off wax. Danny Ainge and Boston Celtics saw something.
Somebody.
Remember, they had the #1 pick, and they actually traded it.
Right.
And so I think the best thing for Fultz is that he still went #1, and they have Ben Simmons that they were already play at the point guard. Maybe that wasn't a fit anyway.
But Mac, you had shoulder, so I had both of mine done. I never changed my shot through the process.
No.
Did you ever change your shot?
I didn't change my shot at all.
It's just bizarre. It's weird.
Yeah, I think it's something going on more.
I think it's mental, man.
You need to holler at LeVar Ball. He would tell him don't change it.
Once you get that shoulder right, what you say?
LeVar wouldn't have been having that.
Oh, Lonzo.
Call me, young fella. You got the number. I'll at your big brother, man. We got to get that
We're rooting
shot
for you,
back
young
right.
fella.